Hello, everyone. Welcome to Secrets of Saltmarsh. This is our Ghosts of Saltmarsh Patreon Greyhawk campaign. I am Luna, and I'm joined here with all of our wonderful Patreons. Thank you so much, Patreons, for all of the support that you give us. Without you, none of the things that we do here would be possible. All of the one-shots and marathons that we run are supported by our Patreons. If you want to find out more of what you can get for being a Patreon, you can check out that link there in the chat. We also have a brand new YouTube. You can check out the link there as well. All of the previous episodes of Secrets of Saltmarsh and our other campaigns can be found on our YouTube, and highly recommend checking them all out. If you want to interact with this game, there are a few ways you can do so. You can redeem channel points for free, which you get from lurking, chatting, resubbing, all of that, to get an advantage die, which is a pocket reroll to the player of your choice, including me. I like being able to reroll. It's great. Yep. Listen, a happy DM makes for a happy game, right? I think? No. Okay.
No.
No?
Not true.
Okay, never mind. Scrap that then. If you would like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things to the player of your choice. We will go ahead and jump right into it. Please tell me who you are and reintroduce your character for us, and we'll start off with Emma.
Hi, I'm Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. On Twitch, I run various TTRPG games. I was inspired to do so because Stella's awesome and welcomed me into her community, and then I wanted to run more games, so I just started over there. So if you ever want to just come hang out on my channel, watch some games, please, by all means, feel free to do so. I am playing Arlen, the cleric warlock who got a cursed sword in the very first session, and it's been leading her down a bit of a dark path ever since. And yeah, that's me.
Excellent. Yeah, wow. I didn't even really think about that till just now. We did give you a curse sword in literally the first episode.
Yeah.
You came in with this like character idea of like this young budding adventurer, and I gave you a cursed sword on your first adventure.
It's been great. I've loved it.
Cool. I love to hear that. Thank you so much. Next, we have Geek Dice.
Hey folks, I'm Geek Dice. You can find me here every given Wednesday now because we have another game running on opposite Wednesdays. And you can also find me over at the Greyhawk Tales channel on most Sundays when we play over there. So today, once again, I'm playing KayBee. He is a Fey artificer wizard, a small old boy who is building his confidence, following these heroes, and becoming a little more bold, a little more adventurous, a little more brave, inspired by his friends.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have GodfatherWraith.
Hi, I'm GodfatherWraith _ESP. You can call me Godfather, you can call me Wraith, you can call me pretty much anything you want except late for class. That's funny because I just went back to college and
Congratulations.
They don't do attendance at that college, so I can't be late. So yeah, I'm playing Garen. He is a human rogue, and no, he's nobody special. He has not done anything special at all, right? No.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Garen's kind of Garen has his importance within the party, and he knows it. And I look forward to all of us working together. I'm really enjoying this crew.
He's our resident door opener. We never open a door unless Garen goes through it first.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I mean, it's not every day that someone finds a baby owlbear egg, too.
True. Very true.
To be determined what happens with that.
Yeah, because nothing bad at all could come from that.
No, not at all. Thank you so much. Next, we have Indicarus.
Hi there, I'm John, and I'm Indicarus on the web. I'm here every second Wednesday to play this game, and I'm playing Paul of Ammonfort. He is a young human warlock, but he has the unique perspective of having Heward, the hero deity of the world of Greyhawk, as his patron. And like Heward, he's dedicated to nonviolent solutions and mediating disputes and music. And he's certainly happy to have gained recently a lute of Heward that can do illusions while you play it. He's very excited about that, and he has kind of a wide-eyed, innocent look at the world, but he has also seen the darker sides of the city streets in his urchin background, and has reason to want to put it behind him.
Excellent. Yeah, I cannot wait to see how Pole develops. Especially with this party finding that violence is the answer for a lot of stuff. Yep. And who is the companion of Pole?
Oh yes, well he's got a couple of companions. His smallest companion is his pet mouse Buttons, but the more flashy companion of his is actually a sprite named Penny Sprinkle. And Penny Sprinkle does not necessarily share Paul's views on nonviolence, and in a way has taken it upon herself to take care of him when he is too naive to see that violence is the answer.
I love that. Such an enabler. Thank you so much. And next we've got Zombie.
Hello, I am Jacob. I am Zombie. I am Z. I am whatever you'd like to call me. I am the lore keeper, clip master. I probably do too many clips. That's up to your own discretion. I play Finn Carson, who is a ranger researcher who has had a bit of a issue in his past with zombies. Some that have been told, some that have not been told. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. You can find me mostly living in Stella or Robos and some other Discords. And all that other fun stuff. And you can find me here in Geek Dice here every Wednesday, because we're also part of that new Witchlight campaign, which was really, really fun. We really appreciate all the support for that as well. Yeah, last thing for Finn really was we were on this boat and I got to use my rock and it was fun. And we took out what we thought, I think, was everybody, maybe not. And now we're gonna see what's gonna result, because I think we heard some people down and under the ship, but we don't know.
Yes. Let me remind you what happened last time. Last time, we had embarked on the adventure heading towards the Sea Ghost. We started off with a bit of a difficulty. Two of our party members were restrained by the wizard Kelladek, and we managed to get them free. We may have taken a few things along the way, but we made it on through. We now have a new companion, Imloth, the guard, the half-elf woman. And you mounted onto the Sea Ghost out towards the ocean. You are currently on the boat. There's no birds. It's not raining.
Tweet, 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 tweet. Is that
we're just-
helping?
I'm trying to pick good music. Here. Okay. That works. All right. So let me bring you back to the map. You are currently split. A few of you, most of you are on the main deck of the ship, and Garen, you are up on the forecastle at the moment. You have just defeated a number of pirates here, among which are the deck wizard and the pirate captain themselves. You have looted their bodies, found a few valuables, and one of you has peered down into this hatch. Peered down into this hatch, and you can see that there are a number of people below. You can see that the hatch opens up, and there are a set of stairs that bring you down. Otherwise, there are doors all around you. A few of you are quite hurt. And you are kind of in a moment of regrouping. You have subdued the two pirates here, and more or less shirked them underneath this small boat. As you are looking at the boat on the main deck, you can hear voices underneath you, people moving around. They seem to be currently hauling things, organizing the cargo below you. You wouldn't get much of a clear shot by shooting down into it. You get the sense that you'd have to perhaps open the hatch and go down if you want a good vantage point, because it is at an angle. Just to kind of give you the view of what's below. That's basically what they see. Just a few people down there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Last time, I think I sent my spiritual weapon down there and started attacking people with it. Is that still a thing I can do?
Yeah, we can absolutely do that. Before we do that, just to kind of like get everyone into scene, let's do like a little going around and describing what everyone's up to. And we'll start with Garen because you're furthest away. So your companions have moved down onto the main deck from where you can see, because you are above them. You're about 6 feet above them. Muted.
Oops. Yeah, it helps when I unmute before I talk. I think Garen would move down and join them once he sees that they're not immediately opening the doors.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything? I'll say that Imloth comes down to join you, and Penny Sprinkle just gently wafts down and hovers near your shoulder pole.
KayBee continues to concentrate on the bless spell that he had cast on himself and Arlen and Imloth.
Okay.
And he came down, he's looking down into the grate, and somebody been talking about securing the doors, putting barrels against the doors, so he looks to help with that.
All right. Is anyone else going to move barrels around? You actually don't find quite too many up here. We'll say that there's maybe one or two. It seems like the majority of barrels are going to be below deck, because that is where they keep the cargo. They want to keep the main deck more or less open.
I think that Pole was actually moving this coil of rope that's next to him to put in front of the door so that it wouldn't open, the door that he's in front of on the map.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we'll say that you are going to more or less just wrangle that up. There you go.
Are they coming?
Yeah, there's some more people down there. Don't worry, I got it. And you see Arlen's spiritual weapon kind of descending through the grate down into the lower deck of the ship, and she's also extending her sword out, kind of pointing it as someone as it begins to kind of glow this reddish color. And she's going to cast Eldritch Blast at people down there as well, but I figure I'll wait for that to go off.
Okay. So KayBee, I'll say that you have basically enough resources here to block one door.
Okay. I will work on that. And I'm not sure who had originally came up with that idea, but I asked her, wait, which door are we going to block? So I just choose a door. Nothing else. Maybe the one right there where I'm standing.
Where you're next to? Okay.
Yep. I don't know which one goes down to the hold.
You do see that there are some stairs right next to you that go down into the hold. Like right here, literally next to you. So you have to open the hatch and then there's stairs.
Oh, so if that's the way they would notionally get out of there, then stack the stuff on top of that. So
Okay.
at least they're not running out onto the deck.
Okay, sounds good.
Sweet.
Okay, Finn, what are you doing?
Finn is probably just he's still sort of hurt from the battle, and so he's sort of shuffling around a bit, but basically just going around and asking if KayBee or Pole or whoever else needs any help with anything.
Yeah.
With blocking doors or moving stuff or whatever.
As Finn does that, kind of moving around, trying to assist you all, you can see that Finn is really hurt.
Finn, I need to do something about that. Where do they get you?
I don't remember where my injury was. We'll just say the arm. I'll just say, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
nasty
oh,
wound right on
yeah.
your arm.
Nasty wound on my arm.
Bend over a little bit. Let me reach.
Okay.
I put my hands on it. There's glow comes off of my hands. And I think actually I have to use it's an artificer spell, so I have to use one of my tools. I look at my tool belt and it's like, maybe not the carpenter square. Here, this one. Let's use a compass. I haven't used that one in a while.
The bending down kind of feels weird. Can I sit down?
This will only take a second.
Okay.
And I adjust the compass on his arm and I'm turning it to nautical north and it's like, don't move.
Excellent.
And I cast a cure wound spell at 2nd level using a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay.
17
Wow.
points.
Wow.
17 hit points. That's
Wow.
amazing.
That's what
I
happens
think
when you
that's
have
full
big
health.
brain.
Big
Yep.
brain.
Amazing.
Full
did-
health.
You did a good
Oh.
job not moving.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I gotta
thank
wonder.
you. Oh, I feel so much better. I feel as if I have all of my health. Thank you.
Yeah.
I gotta wonder when KB said, "Can you bend down?" Was he doing the baby grabby hands?
Oh.
Yeah, KayBee, for some reason, as you do this, you're kind of instilled with this feeling of that you're doing the right thing, that you're helping your friend, and you have this sort of bolster of confidence. Matihi, thank you so much for the nat 22, KayBee.
Yay.
And
A card
a
for
card
me.
Yay.
for Emma.
Yay.
You know how to play this mini game. All you have to do is tell me when to stop, baby. The longer I shuffle, the harder it is to do it.
Now.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matihi. Really appreciate it.
Tee-hee.
Excellent. Okay, so Finn, yeah, you
Mhm.
look very good. Much better. Magically
Heck
restored by
yeah.
this compass.
Ugh.
Alright. Last chance. Anyone else doing something? We just see like the sword, the spiritual weapon like slow motion forming in the deck below.
No, I guess he'll since KB helped him with the healing, he'll go over with KB and help him like prep stuff up and help nail things or however we're blocking the stairs.
Hafa, thank you so much for all those
Oh!
cards.
Adam,
Oh,
thank
no.
you so much.
Golly.
Thank you, thank
golly.
you.
Golly,
Two
golly,
for
golly.
KB and 2 for Finn. All
What?
right.
The boys.
Oh my god.
What?
Here comes the boy.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. KB, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, tell me when to stop. Finn, tell me when to stop.
Oh dear. I don't know if I want to go through this again. Stop.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Great cards.
Yeah, I'm.
Level ups and wishes galore.
There's a lot of red on my desk. Let me
I
just say
never
that.
doubted
Oh,
you would
that's-
make it fun. I never doubted that for
Oh
a second.
god, excellent. Okay. All right. So will you see the spiritual weapon go flying down? Phew. And what does your spiritual weapon look like? It looks like a glowing
It looks like
ethereal
a
version of Charybdis, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so please pick one that you want to hit.
I want to hit this one.
Okay, it will not go that far because of the angle. You won't be able to see to direct it that way.
Wait, so does this grate not line up with this grate?
No, that grate goes down underneath.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
you see
okay.
how there's stairs right here?
Then,
That's
yeah.
basically the edge of right here.
Got it. Now my brain makes sense of it. Okay,
Mhm.
this one then.
Okay, your spiritual weapon goes flying forward. Can I get an attack roll from you?
I would love to give you an attack roll.
As I open up the character sheets.
So that's a
Wow.
nat 20.
Wow, holy crap. Okay, that's one way to start a combat. Okay. Absolutely.
I think like as it's kind of floating down through the grate, it's slowly heading towards this person, but as it passes over this one, it just like slices like a fan really quickly and cuts into this person's head and they just fall down.
Yeah, you see this ethereal version of Charybdis just sort of whip down and then just literally split the skull in half. And they drop, and you all hear blood-curdled screams underneath you. And you hear weapons being drawn, things being rattled around. It's definitely time for some initiative now.
Yay!
Make sure you select your tokens, please, before you hit the thing. All right. That is one way to make an entrance, so let me just say that. Okay, we'll do descending order. All right, KayBee, you are up first. How does
What?
KayBee respond to that?
Respond to
Take them down! Kill them all!
Ireland. Really?
Yeah? What?
Ireland, don't forget, take a prisoner. Please?
We have the other prisoners.
I mean,
We don't
do
need more.
we do have the 2 people under the boat.
I just kind of frowned at everybody. Okay. So I look down, is anybody coming up the stairs?
So they are currently responding to this. They have drawn their weapons. They have
Okay.
not made an attempt yet.
So does it look like what we put on top of the trap door? Do we think it's enough that 2 strong men might be able to push out? Do I need to stand on it? Maybe it's better if I stand on it.
You could potentially stand on it. You were smart enough to figure out that holes and grates allow for shooting 2 ways.
Yes, and that's why I'm kind of reluctant to be right there. I'd probably want to move. And is this the right spot to stand on the grate? I mean, stand on the trapdoor?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move there and I'm just going to dodge.
Okay. Sounds good. Nisa, thank you so much for the card for
Yay.
Emma.
Heck yeah. Yes.
Tell me when to stop.
Go ahead and stop.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, Nisa. We miss you.
Yeah, we miss you,
Love you, Nisa.
Nisa.
All right. Excellent. Okay. So you were taking the dodge action. Do you want to do anything with your bonus?
Nope.
Okay. Excellent. Garen, it is your turn.
All right, so I would say, yeah, Garen probably can't see anyone from his positioning,
Mm-mm.
so he'd probably come over here next to KayBee and take a shot at the guy towards the top here.
Yeah, you can absolutely get him there.
All right.
So, because you're shooting through a grate, I'm going to say that this is going to be a
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
I thought you were going to say that.
I can't make it that easy for you. What the hell?
But he'll
That's
still
another
make it
nat
easy.
20.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Apparently, your specialty is shooting through grates.
Wait, haha.
So
I
it's
said
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did.
Uh,
Oh no!
Shit.
Just kidding. Thanks for saying something.
You're
Crit
welcome.
Stealer.
Okay, 11
Wow.
does not hit.
Shit.
Wow.
You see it land in the ground right in front of him. Thunk. And you see him lift his free hand up and he flips you off.
Garen. And then steps back.
Excellent. Penny, it is your turn.
I think Penny's gonna be aggressive, and can Penny actually fit through the grate?
Oh, yeah.
Penny is gonna fly through the grate and get ready to start shooting these guys.
Oh my god.
So
So she
she'll
flies
just
down.
go, I guess, over here or something. She's up near the ceiling.
Okay, she's up near the ceiling. All right,
Over here.
very good. I think we have to wait until your turn so you forfeit your attack, right?
That's right. She
Okay.
moves on her turn, but acts on mine.
Okay, very good. It is now the owl's turn.
Yes, friend is also going to go through the grate, and
Okay.
friend is going to get in the face of this smuggler right here,
Okay.
and then and flutter in his face to distract him, hopefully giving advantage to one of my friends if they decide to attack them.
Okay.
And then after flying into that smuggler's face, he's going to fly back and hang out by Penny Sprinkle.
Okay. Yeah, you hear just this enclosed space having the fluttering of wings and just, an arrow trying to go through. It is very chaotic in there right this moment.
Right.
Great confusion stirring beneath you. Arlen, it is your turn.
All right. So spiritual weapon is going to move over here towards this person.
Okay.
And is going to attack them.
Okay.
This will be my bonus action. It's 25 for 7
Yes.
points of damage.
Armor class is 12. Okay, yeah. So they take the solid slash here. You see this this young woman recoil. Well, I guess you can't see, but the camera sees. The owl sees.
Yeah. So I think the sword keeps flying towards them after killing that one person. Just slashes into this one, and I think a fun thing might be. Let's do some measurements. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire in the center of the room to hit all of them.
Ooh. Okay. It's a 20-foot cube. Okay. So, I think that it would partially come up into the main deck as well. I think the only people really at risk would be you and KayBee from the angle. Because it is definitely not 20 feet deep from the floor down there to here.
Well, KayBee did just. I was gonna ask if GeekDice was okay with that, but
KayBee rolled
seeing
a
as
nat
you just
20.
rolled a nat 20 on a Dex save, I
Hey,
think.
nice sprinkles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So Dex saves. The bosun does not save. Starting from furthest away to closest to your Dex. 1, 2, 3. What is the DC? 14? They all
14.
fail. Let's describe what your glitter looks like.
I think I remember towards the beginning of the campaign, she cast this as well, and a sort of twilight glow began enshrouding and surrounding the various targets. But now I think you see instead this dark red mist kind of spiral out from the center of the room. And as it strikes the 4 people, it just kind of encircles them and floats around them, glowing this kind of red color, and making them easier to spot.
Excellent. Anything else for you?
I think that is it for me.
Excellent. Pull. Adam, thank you so much for the $20. 2 cards to pull.
Ooh.
Tell me
Ooh.
when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
Ruin.
So much.
Thank you.
So much craziness on the ship.
Wow. All right. Cool. That's gonna happen. All right. It is your turn.
All right. Well, Paul is going to let Penny Sprinkle do all the work. And so Penny Sprinkle is going to take a shot at, I guess, this one that's closest to her.
Okay.
Right here.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me an attack, please.
And she'll have advantage because of friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Fairy Fire is active now.
Oh, that's true. Okay, never mind.
I think that's going to hit then.
Sweet.
Absolutely, that's a hit.
Does 1 point of damage. And they get to make a Constitution save.
Excellent. Your constitution. 4. They failed.
All right. So they're poisoned for 1 minute.
Oh my god.
If
that's
they roll a
amazing.
5 or lower, which they did, they fall unconscious for a whole minute.
Okay.
Ooh.
This
Or
pers-
until it takes damage or another creature takes an action to shake it awake.
Wow. That's so good.
Mm.
So, yeah, describe to me what this looks like as this works, and this person is now asleep.
This tiny arrow comes flying out from the sprite. It's almost invisible, but it has a little bit of a sparkle to it, and it hits him just under the chin. And it's almost like a mosquito bite. He doesn't really think about the pain, but all of a sudden his eyelids start to droop, and he slumps down and slides his back down the barrel until he's resting on the floor and starts to snore.
I love that. Excellent.
Yay, prisoners.
Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. It's now the bosun's turn. The bosun is going to... That's not you. You see them rushing over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh. Okay. 30. Okay, you see them rushing over to this door here, and then they burst through. So that's good. They're gonna dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. You begin to hear noise coming from this general area. Up next to Arlen. So they spend their whole turn running. Finn, it is now your turn.
Oh lord. There's not really much I can do. I mean, I do also have arrows, and I could also try and shoot at disadvantage with my longbow down the crate. I don't think there's anything melee I can do, is there?
Not right now.
No.
Unless you were to haul open the grate, which I would say is an action because of all the stuff that's on it and how heavy it is. But you do hear noise coming from the doors over here. You can't
Can
tell
I?
which one, but
Hmm.
sounds like someone running very quickly up some stairs.
Remember
Okay.
that you also have advantage from the fairy fire to shoot people, so it cancels the disadvantage from the grate.
Yep, that's true. If you want to
Oh.
shoot down.
I forgot about that. Well, I mean, I guess I'm debating if I want to shoot it through the grate or if I want to hold an action, and when they come bursting through the door, shoot off an arrow.
Yeah, you
but,
could do that.
You know what? Let's just shoot through the grate. I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do that. And then I'll try to go for the person that I think Garen did, because I think that was closest.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I'll move over by Garen, since I was supposed to be by KayBee anyway.
Mhm.
Where is it? Longbow, go!
Okay. A 10 does not hit.
Ah.
You see this person just kind of taking the sidestep another arrow. And then they slowly lift up their hand and they flip you off too.
I have a bird too!
So rude, these pirates.
I'm gonna kill the both of you! Anything
Bring it
else
on!
for you?
I wave my rock in front of me and I say, bring it on!
Great. It's their turn. God. This guy starts turning 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You see this guy, no, 30, 35, 45, 50. Okay, you see him disappear through this door here. This guy here is going to run through this door here on right next to him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He appears right here next to you. I know I have to reveal. There you go. So the door flies open next to you, Arlen, and that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, that was the dash. So they have their weapon in their hand, but they can't attack you this turn.
And they're still fairy fired, right?
Yes, absolutely. It is Imloth's turn because I forgot to add them. They're gonna rush forward here and see that someone's about to attack Arlen. And they are going to... Yeah!
And they have a bless.
Okay, they both hit. That's gonna be enough damage. So you see twin axes just go and decapitate this person right next to you.
Whoa.
Not on my watch. Imloth winks at Arlen.
Appreciate the help.
I've got your back. KayBee, it's your turn.
I yank out my sword, and it's glowing with sparkles. Everything I do is sparkles. And I'm going to hold an attack. If an enemy comes within reach of my weapon, I'm going to smack them with my sword. And I'm going to shout down to Friend, "Friend, get out of there. You don't need to be down there."
Okay. Sorry, you were preparing an action?
So I'm going to use my action to ready an attack
Yep.
with my sword.
Yep.
If an enemy comes within reach of me, I'm going to smack them.
Okay. Very good. Garen, it's your turn.
Okay. Garen is actually going to do pretty close to the same, but he is going to step back here and try to use Finn as cover to do a hide action.
Okay.
And
Finn
ready an
kind of
action.
sidesteps and your cover is no longer active.
Nope.
Damn it.
As you're next to this boat, you
Yeah.
hear like a and then you hear like boots kicking against the wood of the boat here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's worth it. He's trying to give himself every advantage he can as he readies an action, draws an arrow, and readies an action as soon as he sees an enemy come out of the door.
Excellent. Penny Sprinkle.
Penny Sprinkle is gonna fly up through the grate again and just be hovering above the deck. So move her up, maybe here.
Okay. Cool. Friend.
Friend is going to do the same thing. Going to fly up and going to hang up by KayBee.
Okay. Arlen.
Looking towards Imlith,
Mhm.
will open this door, seeing that we heard noise coming from there as well, right?
Yes. You throw it open and you see that the bosun is charging up the stairs at that moment.
And since Imlith had her back, Arlen will be like, "And I'll have yours." And she'll step in
Okay.
and is going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh shit.
It's a
8.
23 to hit.
That
for
definitely
18
hits.
damage.
Oh my god. Yeah. Where do you put your hand?
I think Arlen just steps kind of between Imlith and the door, kind of pushing the door open, and then very quickly just reaches out, knowing that that woman will be there, and grabs her face and casts inflict wounds.
Arlen, as you slap your hand against the meat of this person's face, you feel great power just channeling through you. You feel Charybdis in your other hand humming with great power, and you feel the vibration of the intensity just erupting from you. Whatever light, whatever effects you have are just completely overwhelming. As you see the literal skull of this person you're holding beginning to crumple and beginning to melt. And as this is going on, nobody else can hear this, but you hear these dissonant whispers. They seem to cloud over your ears. You can't quite make out the words, but you just feel yourself connecting to a sea of voices and people that aren't there. And in that moment, you have a feeling that if you ask one question, you'll get one answer. You have drawn the Vizier card. I can let you think about it if you want.
I think she feels this energy is coming from Charybdis, and knowing that she'll get a straight answer, she wants to know where her next target is. As in, like, the next person with the tattoos.
You hear a whisper, Saltmarsh.
Well, that was very helpful, thank you.
They are coming. I can't tell if my mic is picking up the whispering. They are coming. Saltmarsh, be prepared.
All right.
And then all of a sudden you shake your head and you realize you're in the middle of combat here. The person unceremoniously drops dead in front of you. You see the front of their face is just completely caved in. They don't have a front of a skull anymore. It's just blackened and melted away. Absolutely disgusting.
Arlen, what'd you do?
I just took care of the problem. Was there one more person?
Yes, we're still in combat.
Okay. Spiritual weapon is going to... it's just gonna hang out there. She
Okay.
can't see it, so it's weird to command it to move around.
Okay, very good. Adam, thank you so much for the 2 more draws. They are for KayBee.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Great and terrible things. One more.
One more? Wait a second. The numerical odds for this are not really good.
No, the more cards you get, the more likely terrible things are gonna happen.
It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Unless we already got all the bad ones.
I need to
There's
see
a
the
lot
cards.
of red on my deck.
I need to see the cards closely. Can you bring it
Okay.
a little bit closer?
Yeah, there's
Take the middle one.
this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know if you want that one. Too late now. Thank you so much, Adam. Really appreciate it. Taco, thank you so much. Who hasn't drawn
It
yet?
looks like we got
Garen.
2 more cards.
Garen has
God.
0 cards. Everyone else has
No,
2 to 4.
it's fine. You don't have to give any to Garen.
Yes, give some to Garen.
Okay.
Share the love.
Share
Just take the
love.
2 off the top. You shuffled the crap out of them already. Take the 2 off the top.
Okay. Thank you so much, Taco. Really appreciate that. Okay, Pole, it is your turn. You hear sounds coming below this direction.
All right. Well, Pole will go down there,
Okay.
see if there's anyone coming up the stairs.
All right. You find that it is a very tight squeeze in here. Where's my reveal button? Okay. You can see that there's a person literally like... They're like next to you from where you are right now. They're literally just around a bend from you. They're like, oh! They look at you, their weapons drawn. And then like slow motion, they're gonna attack you, but it's your turn, not their turn.
Yep. All right. Well, Pole is going to try and do it the peaceful way. So he's going to cast another enthrall. He's going to baby talk to this guy and see if he just gets fascinated by it. So and he gets a wisdom save.
All right. He rolled a 3. I'm gonna guess that doesn't work. So he's
Probably
now
not.
enthralled to you.
For 1 minute.
Very good. What does enthrall do?
So, he has disadvantage on wisdom checks to perceive any creature other than me until the spell ends or until it can no longer hear me.
Okay.
And yeah, it just
Okay. Yeah, so like
basically
his
stands there.
perception basically just hones in on you and he can't quite see anything else. And you are literally the person right in front of him. So he definitely has his eyes on you. Anything else for you?
that's all.
Okay, very good. That person is super dead. Finn, it is your turn.
I'm again posed with the same question. What is there for me to do?
I mean, you can probably open this grate now or whatever.
Oh yeah, sure, probably. That's what he'll do. He'll go over and he'll
And
lift
there
the
are
crate
other
up.
doors too.
And
Yep.
tie
Cool.
up the
There's
guy
another
who's
door here.
sleeping and the guy who's I've just enthralled.
So this guy here is on a door to a set of stairs that also leads down.
You know what? Yeah, maybe I'll go that way. We'll go to that door.
Okay. So if you run down, you will find that it goes down into here. So you're now in there. Yeah.
Okay, so there's nobody in here.
5, 10,
Does-
15. Yeah, so that's basically gonna be around your movement. So as you kind of run in there,
Mhm.
you find that you're in a bedroom with no furniture. You see there's rubbish scattered everywhere, webs covering the walls and ceiling. From the
Mhm.
doorway, you can see a glint of light from a fireplace.
Okay. He's not seeing much. He thought maybe there'd be somebody down here, something down here, but he's not seeing much. So he'll just yell up, there doesn't seem to be much down in this room.
As you say that, something shiny catches your eye.
Oh,
by
wait
the
a minute.
Fireplace. As you lean down, you pick up what looks like a very small crystal bauble. So it's kind of like a sphere, kind of like a
Mhm.
Christmas ornament looking
Oh.
thing. It's a flat-bottomed crystal orb, pleasant to look at, and while you hold it, it feels very
Oh.
satisfying, very smooth. But it doesn't
well-
seem to be like it would be worth very much.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, he'll kind of look at it and, well, I don't know how much this is gonna be worth, but it's nice and shiny. It's got to be worth something to somebody else. Maybe this will be useful later. And he'll kind of throw it in his backpack.
Excellent. This person is going to try to stab you, and I have a nat 20. I'm going to use one of my nat 20s here.
Yeah.
Pull.
Isn't that the guy I enthralled?
Yes.
Ooh.
I believe he can attack you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, meh. Let me double check this description here. Distracting string of words. Make a wisdom saving throw. Can't be charmed. Succeeds automatically. Any creature.
That's true.
If you
Yeah,
or
it
your
doesn't say
companions are
anything.
fighting creatures advantage. Yeah, so basically it's kind of like
Cool.
a tunnel vision onto you sort of spell. So this is
All
at
right.
advantage. So that's gonna be 1 attack. Can I roll damage? D6 plus 1. Okay, you take 11 points of damage here. They basically bring their scimitar up, and it cuts you across the chest. That's their turn. Imloth is going to basically like move out of the way here. KayBee, it's your turn.
So I hear probably a scream or something from Pole. I jump over a little bit and I look. Can I see the enemy from where I'm standing?
No, they're kind of like around a corner.
Oh my God, my friend is in danger. I'm going to run up here. I'm going to try to open this door.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay. You open the door. You don't see any stairs.
Okay, so the stairs go underneath this room. I mean, like, I don't see the enemy. The enemy in the lower level is coming up to Pole, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Really
I'm
like right here, I guess, right?
or ish.
Ish.
Like
No. 'cause,
invisible layer, like you're like facing.
So like I imagine the
Here?
stairs kind of do a little turn sort of thing, right? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's not in here. Question: would I be able to quickly crawl past Arlen and touch my friend Pole?
Yeah, as long as you don't end on the same square as an
Yep.
ally, you can definitely move through their squares.
So Arlen's like, okay, I'm ready for a fight. Let me at him. And then KayBee is like crawling down by her feet. And it's like, KayBee, what are you doing? Just pardon me for a second. And I reach and I touch Pole on the ankle as I cast the spell. I'm going to
Excellent.
cast, I'm gonna slap him in the ankle with some sparkle dust, and I'm going to heal him, cure wounds for 10 points.
Very nice. What is it?
Ah.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like chocolate peppermint ice cream.
Delicious.
Favorite.
Sounds amazing.
All right, anything else for you?
That's my turn.
Okay, great.
And thanks so
Garen.
much to Hafa again for
Mm.
Oh my god.
more cards.
Adam, thank you so much.
My
Speaking
cards.
of Garen, you get 2 more
Ah.
cards.
That's what you get.
Yes.
Holy
No,
smokes.
just take 2 more off the top.
How many are left?
There's only 3 left.
Oh my god.
Oh god, we're gonna full deck the game, aren't we?
That means
Holy
all of the
smokes.
possible terrible outcomes are on the table then.
Yeah.
Who's gonna get the ruin?
Oh man.
It is your turn, Garen.
Mm.
Okay. So then Garen. Trying to plan. I did not do so well at doing so before. And yeah, Garen is going to go right ahead and make certain he is able to select his character instead of try to measure some more. He's going to come down here, which getting right here uses all 30 feet. He's going to use a cunning action to come out to here and
Okay.
open this door.
Okay.
And then he can get to about here. I think I measured to.
Okay. So as you're crawling over these bolts, I'm gonna say that it's
Mhm.
difficult terrain, so you're gonna have to be right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can either continue to move or hold my action, hoping somebody shows up again.
Okay.
I'm not
Yep.
quite sure which.
Um.
Hmm.
You could. You are allowed to have a trigger that's kind of vague, like if an enemy moves into range or something, or
Right.
if an
If
enemy is
I
about to be aggressive, I'll attack them.
if I see an enemy move aggressively, I will attack them.
Okay.
In case dude
With your
face wakes
bow?
up. Yes, with my bow.
Okay, very good.
In case, dude face here wakes up or this guy steps around.
That's really smart, because the poison only lasts a minute. Penny Sprinkle, it is your turn.
Well, I think Penny Sprinkle is going to go and try and protect Pole, so she's gonna just fly right behind this guy.
Okay. Very good. Friend.
So Penny Sprinkle's already gone down the stairs, correct?
Mm-hmm. Flies down, hovering over the remaining person.
Yeah, Owl is just gonna hang out. No
Okay.
action. Yep.
Arlen, it's your turn.
Can I get past Pole and touch the guy, or no?
You can occupy pole space to get into melee range, and then
As
you'll
long
have
as-
to move out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
She's seeing that this guy is distracted, but still going for Pole. She's gonna step past Pole and once again reach out her hand, grasping towards this man's shoulder and casting Inflict Wounds.
All right. Ow.
Holy smokes.
You alright?
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
As you do this, again, the same
Jesus
exact
Christ.
thing goes through you. This surge of power. You are shaking. You feel your bones trembling. It's almost as if you're electrified. Your blood is on fire. You just have this feeling of heightened senses. Everything is sharper. Everything is more clear. You feel more powerful. You feel like you're feeling your whole self. Your entire soul is awakened, and it's to your very fingertips. Right now, you feel like anything could happen. What are you wishing for right now? You have drawn the moon card.
Ooh. I think I've thought about what Arlen would wish for if I ever got this card, but I think it's almost constantly going to be a blanket, more power thing, if that is a legitimate answer.
You hear those whispers just on the edge of your perception, and you hear a voice disembodied somewhere deep and far, far away say, "And power is what you shall receive." And then it slowly fades away. The person crumples again, their face just completely melted away. A vision of violence at your feet. And then everything goes quiet. I will say that because the poison only lasts for like a minute, that like right towards the end of combat is basically where you're gonna see this person beginning to stir. So Garen, you are allowed to react here if you want.
Okay, and do I have sneak attack?
You would?
All right.
Okay.
23.
This person is very dead. Yeah, you see them like beginning to stir, their eyes quite not open yet.
Nah. Arrow goes down and hits him right beside the neck, and he just Oop.
He starts gurgling
back
on his
there.
own blood, and he does not wake up from that. And that's the end of combat. So
Yeah.
here on this very crowded stair,
Right.
Cole and KayBee get front row seats to this violence.
Paul is aghast. Like,
Is-
he slumps down. We didn't have to kill them.
but
Why do we kill them?
more importantly, are you okay?
I'm fine. But look at that.
I think, Paul, you in particular, because you can see Arlen's face better, you see her almost like staring kind of off into space for a few moments after that happens. And then as you and KB exchange with one another very quickly, her eyes dart over towards you and then her head follows. You all right?
I'm fine, but what? Why'd you have to kill that guy? We could have just put a bag over his head. He was fascinated.
I didn't hear you complain about the killing of the others up top. If you're against killing, maybe the adventuring life isn't for you.
Well, I didn't. When you have to. But we
Did we
didn't
not have to?
to.
He just attacked you. Even after you did your little magic thing.
I guess we need to confer about that. Because when I do that, it's supposed to make it so someone could get behind him and grab him so we don't have to kill him. And it's the same when Penny shoots the little sleep arrows. It's not so you can kill him easier, it's so you don't have to kill him. I mean, what's the point?
Oh, well. I didn't kill the other one, so they should be fine.
I'm sorry.
I'll keep that in mind for the future, though.
Ugh. All right, well,
I
thank you for
agree with you.
saving me.
I agree with you, Paul. We don't want to kill them, but if they're trying to kill us, we have to do something.
Well,
I'd say Garen would come around and join them. Does he join them for the we didn't kill the sleeping one?
So, wrong button.
Oops.
As you enter this room,
Oh, this is special. What
um,
is this?
wait. Okay. As you open the door to this room, you find. Fuck. What's the number? You're on the number. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. You find that there is. Hold on. I'm confused. Okay, it's supposed to be. You find a parrot. It is in a small cage on a desk in here. And as you kind of burst open the door, its big eye looks at you. And it turns its head and it squawks.
Scrack back.
oh, Paul will talk to it. He'll scrawk back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's a
Paul.
very loud noise, so everyone like up above the stairs can hear it as well.
It actually picks Paul's spirits up to see an animal that he can talk to.
Yeah, and they might even hear a muffled scrap back as Garen's heading towards the party.
What's your name? He'll say in Scrawk language.
Yeah. So as you kind of come up to this parrot, you see that in the center of the room, there's a pewter flagon, a pewter mug. There's also an unlit hooded lantern here. The parrot says, "Rah!" My name is Kappa.
Pleased to meet you, Kappa. Were you captured by the pirates?
Pieces of 8. Pieces of 8. Scrap, scrap. And he just starts over and over, keeps saying pieces of 8, and it seems to be mimicking someone, so anyone else who's listening hears that in common. Pieces of 8.
Where's the pieces of 8? Are you talking about treasure?
The bird's eye fixates on you, and it seems confused. Kind of flutters its wings a bit, hops around, turns its back towards you.
Paul's going to actually... I don't know if this will work, but I know sea shanty or two, and he'll start playing like what he thinks of as pirate songs with his lute. And I do the 16 men on a dead man's chest, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum, and stuff like that, and see if the parrot reacts to it at all.
The parrot turns back around to face you, and it trains its big eye on you. It doesn't say anything. It keeps canting its head. It's curious. But you do hear banging on this wall on the other side of it. Someone is speaking. It's very, very muffled.
Or maybe there's a secret door. Paul will go over there and start pushing at the door to see if there's or pushing at the wall to see if there's a slat that lifts up or turns in or something like that.
Yeah, so you find that there's a secret door here, and you are able to... slide it to the side, and you see that there is a cage on the other side here. And there is a person in it. Hello? You see a dark, cramped area with only about 4 feet wide at most, squeezed between the ship's stern and the adjacent cabinet, which appears to be a holding cell. A slim, humanoid figure cowers in the far corner, chained to the hull. You can see that they are a sea elf. They're currently bound, and they look up at you with frightened eyes.
Oh, don't worry, it's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We're here to rescue you.
Help me.
Just
Please, release me. And they fight against their restraints. You can hear the metal dangling and clacking against each other.
Does it look like there's a key to whatever's shackling them, or are they just like chains that have been like hammered closed?
It looks like there is a keyhole.
Let's find that the captain, and maybe they have the key, or but the boss maybe. Hold on. And I'll go ask my friends. Hey, there was a leader or something. There's someone trapped in here. A sea elf. They've got him chained up. It's probably a key. Oh, Garen, you don't even need a key. You could probably just pick the lock.
I can try to open it. Garen will come in and...
Okay. Yeah,
24.
absolutely. So, like, as while this is going on, KayBee, I see that you're away from the party. Is there anything that you were trying to do?
Not really. It sounds like, I imagine we should be checking for other enemies. So I'm just probably staying on alert and peeking this room over here, but waiting for my friends. So just kind of worried. I think there's some doors we didn't open. I think over here there's a door we didn't open. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's
There are
doors
a lot
above
of
and below.
doors. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
I
I
think I'm
think-
still on high alert.
Yeah. I think once Garen unlocks the shackled prisoner, he'll look at Pull. There you go. And he'll join KayBee in checking the rooms out to be certain there's no more enemies.
Okay. Yeah, this person immediately slumps down. They begin to rub at their wrists and they are shaking. You can see that they don't have anything covering their torso and they have on some just rags for pants. And he's looking around and you can tell that he is in a state of shock and that very, very malnourished.
Oh, Paul will give him some food and take off his cloak and put it around him.
See
Here,
that
you're
what?
cold, eh? Here you go.
They kind of naturally recoil from you, and seeing this gesture of kindness, they slowly warm up to you and take it, and they drag it around them. They seem very eager to get out of here, so they're going to actually move out into the main room here.
All right, I'll lead them upstairs in case they don't know how to get there.
Yeah, they seem very eager to be able to see the ocean. So as they kind of come up to the main deck, we'll say that they kind of settle down here up against the rail of the ship.
Penny Sprinkle is probably looking at this sea elf very warily, though.
You can see that they keep their eyes down, and any food that you give them, they begin to slowly eat it, and they are trying to stay very quiet. You can tell that perhaps they need a moment to recover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Finn, what are you doing over here?
I was going to, like with the rest of the group, sort of hear everybody sort of like, what's in this door? What's going on over here? I'm just like kind of looked over and I went, I don't think we've been through this part yet. And so he walked over past the gate there, and then he was going to go through that door.
Okay. Yeah, so as you pass over the grate, you can see that it does open up into a floor below as well. So kind of like how there's a set of stairs here that go up, there's also another set of stairs here that go down. As you peer down, it seems to be very dark and you hear water kind of waving back and forth below you. But as you open this door here, where's my tool? It opens up into...
Oh.
This room displays the effects of damp and decay more here than most. Mold grows in patches on the floor, walls, and ceiling. A large copper cask, split, discolored, and empty, stands underneath the window, with a small heap of crockery shards on the floor beside it. Stairs lead down into what is presumably a cellar. This is kind of like a kitchen, kind of like a mess hall.
Oh. It's like a kitchen. Huh. Well, it's a pretty dirty kitchen, but I'm supposed a little spick and span. Is there anything? Does he see anything of note in here, or is it just mold and just you know?
You see that there is a cask that is discolored, and by looking into it, you can tell that it was used to boil water. As you're kind of like looking around, you make your way over towards the stairs here. Where's my wrong tool? It seems to trigger something. All of a sudden, you hear hideous screams. "Ah!" And they just shake at you.
What is that?
Seems as if there's a soul in torment from the cellar below.
Oh.
Do we all hear that, or just Finn?
Let's see. None of you are close enough to hear it. You hear a distant noise, but you can't really make out what it is. I need a wisdom saving throw from you. Okay, you save. You feel great fear just wash over you, and then it's gone. You manage to steel yourself.
What in the hell was that? Oh man. And I guess he'll sort of call up the stairs. And he'll be like, there was some. He'll call up the stairs. I think I heard something down here. Also, there seems to be a kitchen that if it's cleaned up a bit, it could be nice. I think maybe there's somebody else on this ship.
From where you are, people can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Not
then
even me, because I'm just in like another room.
I'll say if Finn moves like into this main room here, then
I'll
yeah.
move into the main room
Yeah,
and I'll
okay.
yell up.
So
yell out the
Arlen, you
crate.
hear all of that.
Okay. Arlen, seeing that there was a secret room over here, she went over here to check if there was anything on this side.
Okay. Yeah, so the room you're in has no furniture. You see that there are cobwebs all over, and you can see that there are spiders up above you, but they're kind of spread out. They don't seem aggressive. Kind of pat the wall, trying to find something. You do find a door, but it's locked. But what is your passive perception?
My passive perception would be 13.
You hear something crunch underneath your foot, and you find that there is a deliberate key right in front of you.
Oh, how helpful. I will pick up that key and put it in the door.
Ah. As you do, you find that there is someone here. It's wrong tool. Okay. Doesn't have a token. You find someone in here. In the southwest corner of this decayed bedroom lies a man. He is alive, though bound and gagged. He is clad only in his undergarments and appears to have no weapons or equipment.
Arlen will kneel down next to him and kind of pull the gag out from his mouth. And who are you?
Okay. So, wow. Just kidding. It was a figment of your imagination. There's no one in there. You actually find treasure.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
A man-shaped treasure.
You know what? No, this power is just like you're just vibrating with power, and you're just seeing things. You see the vision of a man in front of you, and just you blink, they're gone. Instead, there are 10 morning stars, 10 long swords, 10 shields, and 20 javelins in front of you.
Wow.
Okay.
This cramped area, only 4 feet wide at the widest, is sandwiched between the adjacent cabin and the ship's stern. It contains 8 large, irregularly shaped bundles wrapped in oilskin and bound with light rope. You see, there is a special shield here. Emblazoned on the front is the design of a lizard with a forked tongue extended.
I will drop my sucky shield and I will pick up this cooler shield.
Okay. So you have a shield that has a lizard with its forked tongue extended.
Awesome.
Yeah, there are a lot of weapons in here. I think you're smart enough to realize that these are probably smuggled weapons.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, that's stuff to sell for later. And then I think at this point I hear Finn. And I'll walk out. What's going on?
It's the craziest thing. thought I heard someone below us, further below, but they seemed like they were in pain.
And did you see if there was someone down there?
No, I was in a room and it didn't seem like there was any like hatch or nothing to go under the ship from that point.
Do you see that there's a grate under your feet that leads down?
Well, yes, this I do see. But when I was in the room, there wasn't a spot when I heard it, is what I meant to say.
It's kind of
Right.
as
But
you
yeah,
look
I guess we
down-
could just use this grate.
As you look down, you can see that it's very dark. There's no light source down there, and you just see water.
Would my dark vision do any different?
Yeah, that's why you can see there's water,
Oh,
because
okay,
you have dark
okay.
vision.
Okay.
It is pitch black dark down there.
Okay.
Well, do you want to get the others? And I mean, it's water. I'm good with water. I can take a look for you.
Yeah, if you want, I mean, I could lift the grate for you, and you can get under there. Do you want me to grab everyone, then lift this, or do you want to go down there first, then I go up and grab everyone and bring them over here?
Oh, I can just get started while you're getting everyone. I
right.
imagine you'll be done pretty quick.
Okay, yeah, then I'll go ahead and I'll do that then.
Okay, so before you do that, so while you are having this conversation, the camera comes back up to the top deck. This elf here remains huddled. Seems like they're going to need a minute to kind of center themselves. What is Garen and KayBee doing?
KayBee's like, knock, knock inside. as I hold my sword and my shield, and then I apply my little boot to the door. I'm gonna try to kick down the door.
Oh my god. You kick
I
down
love
the
it.
door and it just goes like, it opens. 5 athletics. Oh my god.
Was that enough to open the door?
Yes, the door is open.
And I kind of do a little hop about 6 inches, and I stand ready to fight.
So there actually is a rope over the door that Pole had put, but you're short enough that you just kind of go under it.
Forgot about that.
So yeah, as you enter this room, you see that this is a very clean cabin, and the furniture in here is in very good repair. There's a single bunk made up with bed linen, and it has its head against the bulkhead, running along the center line of the ship next to a wooden partition squaring off one corner near the main deck. There's a writing desk set against the hull towards the stern, has a drawer on each side and 3 trays on top. Also on the desktop in front of the trays is an ink pot, 2 quill pens, a small knife, and a pewter container that resembles a pepper pot. Against the desk set is an upright wooden chair, and beside it is a wooden brass-bound chest.
Hey, Garen, it looks like it's the captain's quarters. There's probably some loot in here. I don't see any enemies. I'll look under the bed.
Right, see what you can find, KB.
Just do it. I guess no enemies, no people.
There's no people in here. There are quite a few things to look at here. So as you start looking, what is Garen doing?
Right. Garen will come over here and open this door here.
How are you opening this door?
Oh no. When the DM asks that, I think Garen would probably be a bit. He'd probably do as KB did, but more.
Oh my god. Okay.
human.
Give me an athletics roll.
Oh dear.
The one room that has shit in it.
Oh no. 22.
Me too.
KB turns and looks over his shoulder, watches Garen, and he nods his head. Yeah, just like that.
Oh shit.
Okay, oh shit is right. You kick the door before, like the second you kick the door, you can smell something. There's a distinct odor that's coming out of the room. Something kind of marshy or swamp-like. It's not fetid, not oppressive, but it's very noticeable. In the center of the area is a wooden table bolted to the deck. On the table sits a silver jug half full of a red liquid, and there are 3 pewter mugs. Around the table, there are 3 upright wooden chairs, and an unlit hooded lantern hangs from the ceiling above. In the gloom, you can see 3 hammocks, one at each end of the cabin slung between the bulkhead and one of the ship's ribs, and the third is hanging across the corner of the cabin next to the aft door. Each hammock is occupied by a scaly figure. A small chest or box lies underneath the most forward hammock. There appear to be weapons under each of the hammocks. As you kick this door open, the people jolt awake. But they don't reach for their weapons. They kind of look at you.
Stay where you're at.
They look
Do they
at
move?
each other. They look confused. One of them lays back down.
Are you friend of these pirates?
They begin to speak to each other. Do you speak Draconic?
I don't remember what languages Garen has. I don't think so.
So they speak in a language that you don't quite understand. There's a lot of hissing and clipped syllables. And one of them says friend in common. Friend. And another one begins to lay back down. But one of them watches you very deliberately, eyes narrowing.
All right. Garen's going to close the door.
Okay.
Pull. I think we need to get everybody back together. There might be more hostiles over here, but they're not hostile yet. And Garen's gonna stand here with his bow out and wait.
Okay. I think it's about that time that Finn comes up. Clomp, 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 clomp.
Everyone, I don't know what's going on up here, but down there, I heard somebody. I heard something down there. It sounded like somebody was there, but not. I don't know if they're an enemy or not, but they sounded in very much pain. I lifted up the grate, so Arlen's down there, but we need to go down there in case there's something going on.
Somebody needs help.
I think so.
Okay,
There's-
I'm ready to help.
There's
what-
3 possible hostiles in this room
Have you,
here.
have you,
And Garen points with his bow.
have you tried talking to them?
I asked them if they were friend of the pirates, and they said friend. Friend.
That's all they said
Don't
was
know.
his friend, or
Yes. I don't know. And I don't know what
Oh.
language they were speaking.
you don't know what language they were speaking.
No,
Oh.
I've never heard it.
KB, I don't know if this really matters or not, but when you looked under the bed, you found a piece of lint.
I put it in my pocket.
Okay. You can
Okay.
add pirate lint to your inventory.
Nice.
Yeah,
Love
everyone
it.
wants that.
Everybody should be collecting ingredients for lunch.
God, this is your chef speaking. Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh,
Should I be
no.
making everyone do constitution saves whenever they eat your food?
No.
Oh, we can all handle a little bit of lint pie. It's fine. Well, I suppose I could. You don't recognize the language at all.
No.
I could try
It was a lot of hissing and
hissing. That almost
Yeah.
sounds draconic in nature. Let me
Mhm.
give it a try. Let me go give it a try.
You
okay.
mean there's
And-
dragons in there?
No,
was a
I've
dragon-
seen a dragon. They would not fit in there.
Oh, phew.
Oh, I mean that's true.
Good point,
Well,
good
it could be a
point.
small dragon though, a little tiny dragon.
No, they didn't look like dragons. Please
Okay.
try talking to them.
So then he'll go up to the door. Is the door visibly still locked or whatever?
No, it's
or-
closed.
Okay,
It's close,
I guess
but
he'll.
I don't think he can walk now.
You see that there's like, yeah, you see that it's broken and splintered
What?
where Garen kicked it.
Okay, before I go into this door, are they going to throw their knives at me? It looks like someone really barged in here.
They did not seem hostile, but I don't know. I don't think they view us as enemies, but yet.
Okay, well, I hope not. I mean, I'd be pretty mad if someone broke my door, but regardless, he'll kind of go into the.
How are you
to-
opening the door?
Wait, are you sure we should go in there? Don't we need to go help Erilyn?
Well,
If these guys are just sleeping, just let them sleep and we'll deal with them later. Put something in front of the door,
I
maybe.
didn't say they were sleeping. They're in there.
Oh,
2 of them were laying in the hammocks, but I don't know if they're sleeping.
all
damn
right.
it.
Well, maybe we should get
well-
Erilyn up here then. She's
hmm,
good in a fight if it comes to that.
All right.
true.
Paul, will you go and get her?
But is somebody hurt someplace?
Penny
Yeah,
Sprinkle,
somebody's-
Sprinkle, you're fast. Can you go down and get Erilyn? Tell her we might have to fight.
I can do that.
She loves fighting.
Have her check really quick to see if she
Sprinkle,
sees
sprinkle,
anything.
sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle.
Okay. While Penny Sprinkle's gone out there, I'm gonna try and talk to these. See if we can try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Sound good, everybody?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he'll try to open the door with the handle.
Okay,
Mhm.
so a couple of things happen at the same time.
Okay.
Arlen, it looks like you went down.
I did, yes.
Okay. So the camera follows Penny Sprinkle as they kind of flit through the innards of the ship, dodging the ribs of it, and makes their way over to you. From the hatchway, you can see a little of what lies in the gloom below. This area stretches the full width of the ship. Reveal area.
Oh my.
Hold on. Nope. Okay. It spans the whole width of the ship. For all you can see, the full length, for no bulkheads are in view. What must be the bottom of the ship is covered in a thick layer of wet sand, presumably the ballast, on top of which is an inch or so of green, greasy water. A scuttling noise towards the stern indicates that there's some life down here, perhaps living off of the garbage thrown in occasionally by the lazy crew, for there are heaps of trash immediately below the hatch that formed small islands in the fetid water. A particularly large one has accumulated near the base of the mast. Do you have any light sources on you?
I have special dark vision.
Okay. So you don't see anything very special. You can see that there are a number of rats here trying to eke out a precarious existence. Kind of scuttle around. Blip, blip, blip. Penny goes, "Oh, that's disgusting."
Yeah. She's starting to look around, trying to find this person or whatever that Finn was saying he heard.
Okay, roll
Or
me a
any signs.
perception check. 14. Okay. You see there is no one here. The water is only an inch deep, but something is moving. You see that there are 2 clusters of these disgusting looking creatures. They're finger-sized maggots all coiled around each other. And they immediately start to attack you.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to roll initiative.
So we're taking the 10.
Okay. All right. They get to go first. So one will try to bite you. Okay, why is this? Don't whisper to me. Okay, it was a 4 to hit, so it didn't hit. So they like try to like crawl up on you, and they start trying to burrow into your armor and trying to get purchase, but they don't seem to be able to. And this swarm begins to move like that. That is their turn. It is your turn. They don't seem to be very fast moving.
Okay. Well, in that case, Arlen will I think she's just gonna cast Eldritch Blast on this one.
Okay. This will be at disadvantage if it's right in front of you. Because of melee.
Oh. Well,
It won't be at disadvantage at this one.
yeah, I'll fire it at this one then.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Armor class 8.
Whoops, that doesn't roll it. Okay. Oof.
Okay. Your Eldritch Blast
Can
goes...
I use, or my Luckstone can't be used for attacks, right?
No, I
It's
don't
ability
think so.
checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes smashing into the side of the ship here, and there's a large crack. Penny, it is your turn.
Well, Penny's going to hover there and maybe take a shot later.
Okay.
But stay out of the water, basically.
Yeah.
Stay up near the top, near the roof
Okay.
of this bilge.
Yeah. So we're gonna pause right there, and we go back up towards the deck. Cole, you think it wouldn't take very long for Penny to come back? Penny has not returned yet. Finn, how are you opening this door?
Okay. I guess I'll put my hand on the handle and sort of kind of politely knock
Okay.
as I enter.
Okay, so you're gonna knock and then open it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you open the door and you see that there are 3 lizard folk curled up in their hammocks. One of them is just sort of lounging, kind of sitting upright. And as the door opens, they look at you and you see the other 2 kind of roll over in their hammocks away from the door.
Hello, fellas. My friend came in a little bit earlier, and all he had understood from you guys is friend. I guess we're kind of wondering if you guys were pals with the people on the ship, or if you were just if you all are just friends, like the 3 of you are friends, or if they
Are you
captured
speaking
you.
in
or...
Draconic?
Yes, I'm speaking in
Okay.
Draconic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so like as you're kind of talking, the one that's awake kind of instantly just sort of jumps out and then come towards you, and it just jostles the others awake, and they kind of perk up. They're still laying down. This one immediately cranes its head towards you. You speak our tongue. Who are you?
My name is Finn Carson. I thought Draconic would be fun to learn. So
Fun?
well, it's different.
Who
it's
is
different language.
this? Why do they disturb us? And you see them kind of like beginning to bicker to one another. What is it that you want from us? Have we arrived?
Trying to figure out why you're on the ship in the first place, if you're friendly or not. If you were friendly with the ship's
What do you
captains.
mean? Aren't you part of the crew? Humans.
Not really, no.
Then what are you doing here?
Well, we were told that this ship had been. We were sent by a council of people to kind of rectify things from this ship, and yeah. So I don't. I'm trying to figure out who everyone is around here, and someone had told me that there were 3 sort of draconic speaking people in here, and one of the rare times I can use draconics.
They're not part of the crew.
No.
That is a problem. You see the one that had been awake lift up a spear from underneath the hammock and point it at you. You will let us take our leave of the ship. We have no business with you or the council. Let us return home.
I mean, so you want to go back home? You're not. Or where is home for you? If I may ask.
Who are you to ask us questions? You are not part of the crew.
That is true. I don't know if I can. I don't know if there's a complete. I don't know if there is a problem with that. I guess.
See the one with the spear kind of moving closer, saying, "Move."
Okay, and then he'll sort of move back from the door, but then he'll sort of go. He'll turn to everybody else. They're coming out. They're apparently made a deal with the other crew, but they want to go home.
Our orders are none may leave the ship.
Oh. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem for us then.
So are you enemies?
I don't want to be.
Then let us leave. We have an important task to complete. And anyone else listening that's not Finn, you just hear very clipped tones. You can tell that they are very agitated. But they don't seem to be eager to engage in aggression here.
Is everything okay, Finn?
They have a mission they were supposed to complete. Apparently involved the other crew.
What is the mission? I can respect their duty, but our duty is no one leaves the ship.
What is is there any way we can assist in this for you? It's sort of we take over and we help you with this possible mission. It doesn't seem like you all really want to battle. It doesn't seem like we want to battle either. I just want to help. But our orders were to make sure that nobody got off the ship. Once we got on the ship, our orders were to make sure nobody else was get off the ship.
That is not our problem. We must make leave with the weapons. They must be turned into our kin. Let us leave. We wish no blood. KayBee,
I have a question for you.
can I get a perception check from you, KayBee?
And actually, KayBee wants to do something else as well. So he's been trying to become informed about the laws of Saltmarsh. So I'm wondering if maybe my knowledge of local history could inform me of we may not have heard anything about the lizard folk, but maybe things would kind of click into place and whether or not the council would be worried about, are these guys shipping arms, something? So you asked for perception?
Yes, can I get a perception check from you?
Yeah.
5. Okay.
Can I use a nat 20?
Yeah, absolutely. KayBee uses a nat 20. Oh, I'm so glad you did that. Okay.
I don't want to.
So you're kind of like thinking can you speak Draconic?
No.
Okay, so you only get piecemeal from whatever Finn relays and what
Yes.
Garen is saying. So you're kind of like trying to piece everything together. You know nothing about lizard folk. Like in this context. You've never heard anyone in Saltmarsh talk about it. But you had a dream. You had a dream about a swamp. This was a long time ago. I don't know if you remember this, like above game. You had a dream about a place somewhere deep in the swamp
Yes.
and the sounds of war.
Yes.
And you had a feeling of compelling of wanting to help.
Are these good guys or bad guys?
You don't
I mean,
know.
what is my intuition telling me?
It depends. How do you process a dream like that? What does that make you feel?
I agree.
But with a nat 20 perception, as you're kind of mulling this over and you have like basically no divisive answer, hear a tiny of wood, a very tiny claws, and it's invisible. There's something very, very, very tiny moving towards you.
Where?
Right next to you.
Which side?
Right here, at your toes. You hear a little whoosh of wings.
I grab. I know what that is. I grab.
You grab.
I'm gonna grab it.
Give me a sleight of hand. Wow, 22.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Okay.
Wow.
I got you, little devil.
There's a tiny squeak of terror
Don't move. I got you.
as you are holding what looks like a small dragon. It has very tiny wings. And it squawks in terror as the invisibility wears off. God, wait.
Don't move. And I look around to my friends. It's like, what do I do next?
Hold on.
I hold it up and look at it and say, oh, I thought maybe you were the imp.
You see that it does have a little stinger, and the stinger.
You don't want to do that.
Hold on. Finding character sheet. Where are you? It goes.
If it looks like the stinger is going to maybe be able to reach out and
No.
lash at me, then I might adjust my grip to grab the stinger.
You grab the stinger. It looks so sad. It has these giant eyes that are watering.
So what is this? Like a pseudo dragon?
It's a pseudo dragon.
So I'm holding this pseudo dragon. I'm looking at it, and it's wrestling in my hands, my little hands. And I look at these lizard folk, and I imagine they're like, hey, dude.
They haven't noticed yet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you're having this scene on the other side of a little tiny boat here. I think the only person that could perceive what's going on is Pole. Yeah, so Pole, are you paying attention to what KayBee might? Well, KayBee did call out loud.
Yeah, what's happening? Is he struggling? I'll try and help.
I think he's spying on us. He's probably like a wizard's familiar or something like that. It's wizard stuff.
You see KayBee just like holding a tiny, tiny, tiny dragon. It looks at you, Pole, with big eyes and goes, meh.
Hi there, little fella. Where's your master?
Oh god, it understands common. That's so funny. As you say that, its head whips over towards the direction of the room that it had come from.
When which room had it come from? Oh, from there.
I
Okay.
realized the reason you couldn't see my pings was I was on the wrong layer. Yeah, over from the lizard folk.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Hmm.
Your master's one of the lizard folk. Okay. Well.
Is it speaking to us? Is the pseudo dragon responding?
It continues to squawk. And you begin to feel, if you've never experienced telepathy before, it's a very jarring feeling. All of a sudden, you get this wave of feeling kind of rush into you. And you could tell it's from something external. And it communicates through telepathy to the both of you panic and fear.
I think as soon as it communicates that, I let it go because I'm afraid I'm going to hurt it, and I don't want to hurt it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
See it scuttle underneath the boat.
Mhm.
Hey, be careful. There's bad guys in there.
You hear it scuttles out. And then you see it like leap up onto the wall here.
This is kind of embarrassing. I'm sorry.
That reminds me though. Penny, I'll use my telepathic link with my familiar. Penny, what's going on?
Help!
Hey, they're in trouble down there, everybody.
Where's Arlen? We need the boss to tell us what to do.
Arlen's down in the bilge, and she's in trouble.
So as you say that, we're gonna go back to Arlen here. The grubs go. They rolled a 2. Wow. This one moves forward 5 feet, because that's as fast as they can move. It is now your turn.
All right. Arlen is gonna step this way 1 square. Will cast. Let's go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon again. The
Okay.
goat.
The rats just kind of scurry around. Okay.
Could you give me my? Oh, there it is.
There you
Beautiful.
go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Spiritual Weapon is going to slash down at these grubs.
Yeah.
That is a 14 to hit.
Absolutely. Arm class is 8. You like slant your spiritual weapon like slashes through, and you can see a few of them like just fall over dead, cut in half.
Okay. And then from there, after it slashes through a bunch of the grubs, I think Arlen is just going to point her Charybdis down towards it and cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Guiding bolt is ranged.
I am. No, we'll do inflict wounds.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Cool. Just grab a handful of those rock grubs that hits. All right, cool. That's enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she just kind of like reaches into the pile, and this like red energy spreads through her hand into the water, and these grubs just start kind of like popping as she does so.
Oh, disgusting. Penny, you see these rot grubs just popping like popcorn. What would you like to do, Penny?
Well, Penny can't really do any actions, so
Mm-hmm.
Penny's just going to. Well, I guess Penny can keep reporting what's going on, so she'll give the play-by-play. We need to get down there. There's a bunch of grubs
Yeah.
in the water with Erilyn. I don't think she's gonna like it.
So as like that's going on, top of the round here, we're gonna go back up top. This pole has alerted you that Arlen is messing with something down there. And these lizard folk continue to press forward. You can tell they want to leave, Finn. This one actually brings up one of their other hands and tries to like push you. They have a spear. They could try to use a spear, but they deliberately don't use a spear, and they're trying to push you out of the way here.
I'm going to stand up on this small little upturned boat, and I'm going to look out across the water. I think we knew that there was some smugglers who'd taken a boat and gone out and passed us. At some point, they're going to come back. I want to look and see if they're coming back.
Do you have dark vision?
I do 60 feet.
Okay. You look out into the distance. Roll me a perception check.
And actually had Arlen graced us with the extended vision, everybody in the party? No? Okay.
That's
I have
think
to be
that's an
nearby for
aura
it
thing.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, with
Okay.
a 16 perception, you look out, you don't see anything. You're pretty confident nothing's within 60 feet of you.
Okay.
Does Imlith have any opinions or things to say as an official guard of the city regarding these lizard folk trying to leave?
That's a great question. Like, as this is, like, going on, Imlith just kind of, like, rubs her head, and she's like, I'm not quite sure. I suppose this is a judgment call for all of you. I mean, technically they aren't smugglers, are they? Not the kind that we were expecting. They seem to be here on some other kind of business. Whether or not it's legal, I don't know.
Right. They just want to get back to their homeland, it seems.
Can't just kidnap people against their will, but we can't give them
Oh.
any of those weapons either.
I have to agree with him.
our orders were none leave the ship.
So does that mean we kill them if they don't cooperate?
Enough people died already, right?
Yeah, I don't want to kill anybody else.
I'm gonna talk to Oceanus, I guess, if that's their name. Anyways, the elf.
Yeah, you hunker down to the elf and they kind of look up at you and they're eating still.
Look, fella, there's three lizard folk in there, and they want to leave. May you live around here, maybe in under the water. Do you know anything about these guys? Are they bad news? They're gonna hurt us if we leave. Are they gonna attack the village? Are they gonna attack your village?
Kind of looks around the small boat here. He just shakes his head. In a very, very, very quiet voice, he says, I don't know anything about them. I'm sorry.
All right, that's okay. That's good to know. Thanks.
Do you have anything to drink?
Oh yes, sorry, sure. I'll pull out some water.
Thank you.
Here, drink all you like. And I'll give him my water skin.
He hunkers down.
Well, I mean, who was it was telling us can't let anyone leave here? Why don't we just get them aboard? They can tell us.
I don't know how long that'll take.
Yeah,
I mean, we can't
that's
just
the
stay here
council.
forever.
That's the council. But we also know Arlen needs help.
Yeah, it's
We
not
can't
worth
stay
fighting.
here.
Well, they're coming out.
Yeah, they
Why?
kind of like bullishly push forward. They do not want to be prisoners here. They kind of like look around, surveying. There's no bodies here, so they don't really seem very concerned. But you can see that they are beginning to head down towards the stairs, almost as if they know where the weapons that they mentioned.
Nope, you can't. Stop. Bring out my sword. Stop.
This individual at the front looks at you.
And he sees
Looks
that this little
down.
man, he sees this little man with a glowing longsword, sparkly longsword.
Oh, he kind of recoils a little, looking at you curiously, and he barks back to his companion in Draconic, saying, They seem to have magical weapons. Should we do anything about this? No, leave them alone.
And
We have a mission to complete.
sorry. Then ask them why they will not surrender. Why they will not go to the council about this mission.
Okay.
I can respect their duty, but we have ours as well.
And then Finn will relay the message in Draconic.
Okay. And then the last one closest to you turns their head around to you and says, "This is no concern of humans in Saltmarsh. This is beyond your scope. None of your concern. We want nothing to do with you people. Let us take our possessions and leave."
They're claiming that this is nothing to do with the console, or us humans for that matter, and that the weapons are theirs. It's their property.
Yeah, right. They're getting them off these smugglers. Ain't
I'm
their
not-
weapons.
I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just they're claiming it's their property.
As this is going on,
Right.
the grubs.
Oh.
So those are dead. This one goes. And that's their turn. Arlen,
Okay.
it's now your turn.
Spiritual weapon's gonna hit him.
Okay. Yep.
Is that 8 to hit?
8 hits.
Oh,
9. Very good.
Nice.
Yes.
For
Arlen class
9
is
points of
8.
damage.
Very good.
Arlen will step back here
Hmm.
and she'll go ahead and cast let's do just a nice Eldritch Blast.
All right.
So that's
That's
a
a hit.
14 to hit.
Eldritch
And-
Blast is force damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And so this red beam of crackling energy shoots out towards the grubs and hits them for, I guess, just 1d10. 3 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you see grubs going flying, and I have a quick question.
Yeah.
What magic items do you have on your person right now?
So I have Charybdis. I have the Amulet of Health. I have the Luck Stone.
Okay.
Or the Luck Stone. I have do I
Okay.
have anything else?
Do you have any potions of healing?
Nope.
Okay. So as you fire off this bolt, something goes wrong and you hear a crack. You have drawn the Talons card. You immediately destroy one magic item of your choice.
I'll get rid of the Luck Stone because I always forget to use it anyway.
Okay. You hear it crack and it turns into dust wherever you have it stored for some reason.
Okay. I think she is focused on other things right now and potentially doesn't notice.
Penny Sprinkle, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, Penny Sprinkle will go in and assist.
Okay.
So she'll pull out her sword and swipe it through the grubs to distract them. So
Oh my
that,
god, the grubs are so big that they're like the same size as Penny Sprinkle.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's really gross. All right, while that's going on, we cut back to the top here.
Bold KayBee stands there with his sword sparkling. It's a big sparkler. I dare you.
KayBee, in this moment, you are just filled with heroic confidence. You are so
Yes.
sure you're doing the right thing right now.
I know.
You have drawn the star card. You immediately
Oh.
increase an ability score by 2. You cannot exceed 24.
Done. I add 1 point to my intelligence. I have maxed it out.
Very good. 24 intelligence.
Your intelligence is 24 now?
Yep.
Wow.
Jesus
Amazing.
Christ.
Meow.
Smoking.
Yeah. Okay.
Why are you hanging with us morons?
Because my wisdom is low.
Dr. KayBee Hawkins here.
So the one at the fore looks away from you and begins to try to pull the grate up, and the others kind of file in afterwards.
They pull a grate up. Is it?
Paul's gonna go
Wants to
lie
go
down on the
down.
grate.
Okay, you lie down on the grate. You hear frustrated noises.
Passive resistance.
And this guy just like begins to he crouches down and he tries to roll you off. Why can't we just kill them? No. We do not know who they are. This one in the back deliberately looks back to you, Finn. Let us fight our war. This is none of your concern. We have the right to protect our people.
Finn, you gotta talk to him. We have to figure this out.
What are they saying?
They're saying that they need these to fight a war that the people would deserve to be defended.
Against two. Not against the people on land, is it?
Is it against your people on land? Yes, something like
Is
that.
it against Saltmarsh?
This guy here just trying to pull off is like, at this rate, it might. And this guy, and this guy in the middle says, no, it is not with Saltmarsh. We have no concern with your people. Let us go.
All right, you know what? At this point, you know what? I'm making a judgment call. Garen, I know that we're supposed to not let anybody off the ship. If they wanted to kill us right now, if they wanted to stab us right now, especially me, because they had a sword right at my chest, they would have done it. I'll say this. I feel like we've gotten enough happiness, I guess, from the council. They seem like they're okay with us, and they don't seem to be. Every time we end up with Saltmarsh, they're going to go to Saltmarsh. They're going to do anything at Saltmarsh. It doesn't seem like any of that concerns them. They don't give a crap about any of that. I say if it comes back to biting us in the ass, it's fine. There's no reason for us to get into a fight or prevent these people from protecting. If there's an entire village of people that are going to get killed or affected by us just not letting them get their weapons, who knows? Maybe they were using these evil people and using them to their advantage. Maybe they're not that bad. Maybe they're just trying to use the bad guy. Maybe they would have beat them up like we did, stole the stuff and ran back to their own people.
All right, well, they should tell us who's their enemy then. Maybe we can help. Maybe we could even broker a peace. But they're not giving us any information. And if they won't give us any information, we ain't going to give them any weapons. That makes no sense.
You're right. And I think you're right too.
And they
Okay. In Draconic Till speak, maybe we can help you with your enemies. Who are your enemies?
They look to each other. Roll me persuasion at advantage, Finn.
Persuasion. Must click right button.
You have a blessing, and you have 2 nat 20s. You rolled a 9.
Wait, you
I
said
thought
at
you said
advantage.
Just kidding. You rolled a 19. Sorry. I want to take a break, but this is just such good shit right here.
Yeah.
Okay, with a 19, they look to each other. They have a meaningful glance to one another. There seems to be a conversation happening that is nonverbal, a sort of mutual understanding. And this one at the very front just sits down on their ass and just shoots daggers at you with their eyes. Pull. And this one here turns to you and says, "The Sahagin."
Would I know who they are?
Roll me a history check.
History.
What do you
Is
say?
Sahagin different in Draconic?
Yeah, so I was going to say, does Sahagin sound like Sahagin in common?
I'm going to say it's a totally different word. 21. Okay. So with a 21 history, you would know that the Sahagin are very hostile, very dangerous sea people. Maybe even demonic in some way. But that's about all
crap.
you know.
The one person who could help us with sea people is not here. God damn it.
Unless Oceanus knows.
Talk to the elf.
Oh, yes. Do you know about this?
Hold on. As this is going on, and I look at my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Down here we have.
We go to the easier thing.
I'm gonna try biting you. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my nat 20 here.
Okay.
Alright, I use my last nat 20. 1d4. 3. You are now infested by 3 rock grubs. At the start of your target's turn, takes 1d6 piercing damage per infestation, applying fire to the bite wound before
Wait,
the end
me?
of... Yes, you!
Yes.
Oh, wait, shit, it's not close
I'm not
enough.
close.
Alright, it's gonna
No.
bite Penny Sprinkle.
Oh no, that's worse.
No!
I don't think she can be infested by more than one rot grub, though.
Yeah.
Right?
See,
Okay.
they're bigger than she is.
Yeah, okay. What we see happen at the expense of my nat 20, let me have my moment. You see Penny Sprinkle get swallowed up by a rock grub. Arlen, you see this happen. And it's your turn.
All right. And spiritual weapon will slash. 8.
That hits.
All right.
You see a few rot grub bodies go flying.
Okay, so spiritual weapon slashes into the rock grubs a bit, maybe trying to cut Pennywinkle out. And then Arlen is going to Eldritch Blast again.
Okay.
So that's 17 for 1 point of damage.
Okay. God, this is the most infuriating combat. You know what? Yeah. Okay, they're still up. Yeah.
You can just run this next turn really quick.
Yeah, let's just do that. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from Penny? An 8. Okay.
Not her specialty.
No. Okay, Penny takes 2 points of damage. How many hit points does she have?
2.
Okay.
She disappears
Yeah,
because she's conjured.
the full belly just suddenly. The rock grub.
Didn't
Must
like
have
that
a
noise.
really fast digestion. Yeah, don't know. It begins to crawl towards you. Blech.
Oh no, Paul feels that. He's like, Penny!
We'll get to that in a second.
All right, spiritual weapon is going to hit again.
Okay.
Hopefully at least.
Yep. All right. That's enough. Blap. Bonk. That was painful. All right. What do you do? Penny is gone.
Did Penny say they needed my help up there? I don't remember if they actually told her that information.
Yeah, we did. We specifically sent her down there to get you to help us.
Yeah, I think
But
you were
then
just
when
busy.
Penny told me telepathically that you needed our help and we did nothing. So do with that what you will.
Okay. Arlen's gonna give a quick glance around, but I imagine there's nothing else down here unless she really digs. And she'll
You
start
actually
heading.
find 2 gold pieces.
Hey, I
That's
will
the
take
only
those 2
thing down
gold.
here. Yeah, you don't find whatever the source of screaming or something that Finn must have found or heard, like there's no trace of anything down here.
Okay.
And I think you're smart enough to figure out that it must have been like some kind of sound trap that was triggered.
Okay. So Arlen will start heading back upstairs then.
Okay. So I'll give everyone a chance to do like one more round of stuff before you make your way up there. Yeah, so all of a sudden, Pole, as you're laying here, a very disgruntled lizard folk man sitting next to you, you feel your connection sever. What happens? What do you do? How do you react?
Yeah, Paul screams out, "Penny!" This has never happened before. So he
What?
doesn't even know that she's okay and that he can summon her back.
Thank you, Maddie, for the nat 20 to Emma. Enjoy. You know, chat, if you want to give me nat 20s.
No, you don't, chat. No,
That's fine.
No chat.
She'll use them on our pets. Don't.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't kill our pets.
The lizard folk that was kind of sitting next to you jerks back in fear and like clambers up onto their feet. Kind of swings their spear around. What is going on?
I think, and he'll speak in Draconic. I think, Pole has a magical friend who we sent down to help someone else, one of our other friends who's not here. I think something's happened to her. It's the best I can guess by him just screaming that. I've never heard him scream that before.
Pole. Couple of things happen here all at the same time. You experience great distress in this moment. So much that it's overwhelming. You feel a sudden and quick pang of loss. You aren't sure what happened to Penny, and it is so powerful that you lose something. You have drawn the Fool card. You get to choose.
That's appropriate.
You get to choose what you lose here. It can be a memory, it could be a sense of something. You get to choose. But at the same time,
You remember something.
as you scream, Penny! For some reason, inexplicably, maybe like, I think like pixie dust out of nowhere just kind of explodes around you, or your clothes explode into pixie dust. Everything on your body, in your possession that is not magical, is now pixie dust.
Oh,
Eek.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
And with that, we are going to take our break because we've been going for 2.5 hours.
Yes.
So I'll let you
Oh my
process
God.
that.
Ah!
Thank you so much, chat, for all your support and being here. This has been a really cool. There's a lot to come. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. Please make sure you grab some water, do some stretching, and we will be back here really, really soon. Yeah. So, Pole, you are experiencing a lot of things right now. Walk us through it. Tell us what's happening.
So, Pole is probably curling up in fetal position at this point and sobbing into his knees because what just happened was his best friend, the only friend he's had since he left Ammonfort, has just winked out of existence. And with a puff of fairy dust, all of his other stuff has winked out of existence as well. So he thinks it's related and he doesn't know what's happening. He's just completely lost, naked and sparkly on the bridge of a ship deck in the cold mist.
So I think immediately what happens is this sea elf, this complete stranger that you don't know who they are, where they're from, they're going through stuff. As they see this happen in front of them, they immediately like throw themselves over you, and they bear out their claws and go. They start hissing at everyone, and they immediately remove the cloak and begin to cover you in it, taking a very defensive stance over you. You get the energy that this person they don't have a single weapon on them. They are malnourished, dehydrated, but you just are filled with the sense that they would die for you because of the kindness that you have shown them so far. You have drawn the Knight card. This NPC will literally die for you.
I really hope they don't, though.
And at this, the lizard folk kind of move a little away. They look confused just as much as anybody else here.
Garen is as well. He's just as confused as them. And also wanting to keep some distance.
Well, you know, like I said, I'm at the point now where I don't know what the heck happened to Paul. Last I heard him yell Penny. So I don't know what's going on with Penny and Arlen. I'm really concerned about that right now. Like I said, none of these lizard folk have actively tried to stab us. They've tried everything in their being to not stab us. If it comes back to bite us in the ass, it does. But I say let's just, and I'll speak this. I guess I'll say this because they understand common, don't they?
The lizard folk?
Yeah.
You have no indicator of whether or not they do. They've only
Okay.
spoken to you.
Okay.
And seem to be a limited understanding of common.
Okay. Well, for the sake of it, I'll say what I'm saying, and then I'll just say it in Draconic as well. But more or less, it's like, look, let's offer them our help if they want it, but they've been no threat to us. Let's let them defend their people if there is something that evil coming at them. This seems like this is coming out of a place of they want to protect their people and their land, not so much trying to take over some other land or, destroy others' lives. They're trying to protect their own.
As you say all of this, the lizard folk in the back looks to you and gestures and says in Draconic, "At least one of them seems reasonable." And I'll say at this time is when, Arlen, you emerge on the deck here. What you see is Pole, mostly naked, shrouded in a cloak. The prisoner, former prisoner, 3 lizard folk. Only one of them has a spear. And everyone looks kind of tense.
And KayBee holding a sword.
And what's happening up here? Now, she says that, I'm sure drawing attention to herself. I want to specifically remind you as a player that Arlen has their shield from their equipment store.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they're going to react in any sort of way to that.
I'll let everyone kind of have an opportunity to talk to you first.
Arlen, oh my god. So, how do I explain all of this? There are these lizard folk that were here with the old crew, and they'd been instructed by the old crew to work with them, and I went in there to try and talk to them at the same time you went down there. They seem to want to protect them and their family by grabbing all of these weapons. We were told to not let anybody off the ship under any circumstances, but they have given no indication at all that they're ever going to do anything to us. Multiple times they could have stabbed me and everybody else on this ship, and they haven't. It sounds like with the crew that they were with, it almost sounded like they were just trying to get what they want, and they probably would have dismantled the crew just like we did. And
Why were they with the crew?
They wouldn't answer me. They wouldn't tell me why. All they would tell me is that they're with the crew for the weapons, so they could get these weapons to defend themselves against the name of that again?
Sahagin.
Sahagin. So they would face against Sahagin, which, speaking of which, do you know anything about them?
Do I know about lizard folk and Sahagin at all?
So you don't know anything about lizard folk in this context. Sahagin, go ahead and roll history at advantage. You will know some stuff about them. Let's just see how much you know about them.
Can we all, now that he said said Sahagin out loud in common?
Yeah. Let me get
I thought I had, but okay.
So, I'm gonna say it's normal for anybody else.
Okay.
Okay. It's an 22 from Arlen, 11 from KayBee, and a 12 from Garen. KayBee and Garen, you're not sure. Arlen, 1 second. Arlen. As a person who, from a culture of people that live in the ocean, you know that the Sahagin are a very predatory race of people. They are from the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean, and they hunt people, and they kill people and creatures for blood sport. They are very, very powerful in battle. And they worship, in general, the shark god, Sekola. You know that the Sahagin would more or less dominate the entire ocean if it weren't for aquatic elves. There have been blood feuds and wars between the two of them for a very, very long time. You know that mention of Sahagin is not a good thing.
Okay. Arlen looks at them and looks at Finn. Ask them why they aligned themselves with these bandits, if it was just for travel or if there was another purpose. If they don't want to answer, say, I'm not giving them their things. And if they want to test me on that, feel free to point at all of the bodies that are on this ship.
So Finn, before you can relay that, I think this is where the one at the fore, the one holding the spear, sees the shield you're carrying, Arlen. They step forward, more or less like squaring off with you, deliberately in front of you. And they say in Draconic, "That is mine." Do you speak Draconic?
Nope.
Okay. You hear a very, very powerful, very intimidating tone, but you don't understand what they're saying. Finn does.
Did Finn hear it?
Yeah. They're not being quiet.
They're saying that's theirs. That shield you have there, Arlen.
Arlen steps up to them. Are you sure about that? Are you very confident? And she'll kind of look back at the bodies in the staircase and will just kind of like look around herself at the various things. Are you confident enough that you can take it from me with your life?
The way that the person in front of you looks at you, you can tell they don't understand you. There's a little look of recognition with a few words. They more or less give you a deadpan stare, unflinching, unbothered. And the middle one here kind of face palms and drags their nailed hands down their face, and they say, "Oh, we should just kill them. We should fight." And then this one here says, "There is no need for blood. We just need to calm tempers."
As those two are sort of having their stare off, I'll say what she asked in Draconic, loud enough for the other one to hear as well, but
Mhm.
more towards the other two, of like, the bandits and such, and
Mhm.
all that.
The one at the 4 kind of throws up their hands, exasperated, and says, "Do you think that we would want to engage with pirates? You seem to behave as if as if we haven't experienced this before. We need our weapons for our war to protect our people. By any means necessary."
So speaks back to them. It's kind of what I had a gut feeling about that, but a friend Arlen, who's just walked into this, wanted to ask.
I think
And
as this
so-
is going on, Oceanus will try to very gently, as seeing that everything has kind of settled down a little bit, will kind of try to encourage you to get up and try to pull you away from the center of the ship here.
Paul will just be very compliant and quiet and go wherever Oceanus tells him to go.
Yeah, like he kind of helps bundle you in his arms, like, and just kind of guides you here to the side of the ship, eases you down, makes sure that you're completely covered, and they take a piece of the ration that you had given them and they offer it to you very gently.
Paul nibbled on it. Thanks.
I am sorry.
I don't know what's happening. I just don't know what's happening.
I do not either. At least in this you are not alone.
Well, thank you so much. I don't know how to get through this.
They kneel down in front of you and they take your shoulders in their hands and they look at you very seriously, very, very close. You are stronger than you realize. You can get through this. You will not be defeated.
But Penny's gone. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do without Penny.
You will live. You will survive. You will continue. It is the only way.
I'll try. And Paul will hold on to the side of the ship and try and get himself to his feet. Kind of wrap the cloak around himself so he's not showing off things that people don't want to see. And
So, a few things to note. Anything that you have in your haversack, it's fine, because your haversack is magical. You have your loot, but
Okay.
anything else is gone. Your shoes, unless you had magical shoes, etc.
no.
Mm.
His shoes were barely shoes. They were just made of wood. What about is Button still here?
Yes.
It'd be terrible.
I know.
Right?
And Buttons is gone.
No, Buttons is here.
All right.
He conveniently was hanging out in the haversack.
No,
Cool,
don't
well,
put
no,
living
that's
things in the
fact.
haversack.
I know.
that's fact.
I know.
But just about everything that he owns was in the haversack except his clothes and his club and component pouch.
You can tell that
Armor.
Buttons is a little distressed that you don't have a collar for them to
Mhm.
hide in.
My
But they're
hat.
like in your hair and they're like nuzzling you. They can tell that you are distressed. So you do have that small creature comfort there.
All right. I don't think he has a spare set of clothes in his haversack, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So he's stuck with just the cloak, but he's gonna tie it around himself, kind of grunge style. So he's gonna tie it around his hips like a kilt,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll make his way over because he knows something important is happening over here, and he doesn't want this to turn into a fight. That's the last thing we need is another fight right now.
Yeah. And like as you move forward, Oceanus follows you instead of hanging back. You can tell that this person has become a little protective of you, but they don't like loom or hover. They give you your space, but they are close by in case you need them. So the scene more or less focuses back on what's going on here. You see Arlen facing off this lizard folk man.
Then come translate.
Well, they more or less they've kind of doing what I expected all along. And they said that they basically were using these people to get their stuff and to take these shields and these weapons and such back with them home so they could defend themselves against these evil creatures that are coming into their home.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to do something bad for good reasons.
That's
But-
exactly what they're trying to do.
Translate what I'm saying to this one.
All right.
And she nods at the one standing in front of her.
And he'll kind of go up that way in the most non-threatening way.
Yeah, so like as you're like coming up, you notice that this one who's like in the back kind of raises a brow ridge over at the boat here, as there's still a constant and then a kicking against the boat. The boat's like,
Oh,
kind of
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. She doesn't seem very disturbed by this. She just kind of looks at it and just shrugs a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Garen just kind of waves her by. Don't
yeah,
worry.
and she just kind of shrugs a little. You see the little fairy dragon perch on her shoulder.
Mhm.
Okay.
Fairy
Yeah.
dragon that does know what's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of curling up in her fins. Yeah. So Finn, you come up.
What do you need me to translate, Arlen?
Looking in his eyes, Arlen will look up at him because I imagine he's taller.
Oh yeah, he's ripped. You know, like if you're into like lizard, like scaly people, he is
You're in the
hot,
lizard folk.
right? Like he's buff. You know, he doesn't have a shirt on.
Mhm.
He's got gills.
They got the muscles and them scales.
And the enemy of the Sahagan is a friend of mine. I will give you whatever weapons are down there that you need, but this, and she gestures to the shield, is my prize. If you would like to try to take it from me, I welcome you to try, but before doing so, I would encourage you to go look at all of the other bodies of the people who have called themselves my enemy, and ask yourself if you really want to be counted among them.
And Finn will translate it in such a way as we will allow you to take these items. However, we took out a bunch of these enemies on here, and she found that shield. And so that is what she considers her reward, and would gladly like it if you would just let us keep that shield and and just let us, you know, you can take all the rest, but just let us keep that one shield.
As you say that, like, so as Arlen is speaking, he's looking directly at you, Arlen, unblinking. You can see, like,
Same.
you see that his eyes are this beautiful shade of blue, and he has, like, a very special film over his eyes, so he doesn't need to blink, because they're, like, you know, self-lubricating. So if you were to have a staring contest, he would definitely win. Well, maybe not, because
Because
you're
I'm an
trying-
aquatic
You
creature.
also have.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. All right. Anyway, so he's staring at you, and then when Finn starts to talk, his head turns just slightly so that the ear hole on the side of his very large head is facing towards Finn. And as he finishes talking, he starts to bark a laugh, and he just shakes his head, and he just goes down the stairs without fighting you whatsoever. And
Oh.
then you see them
Go,
trying
yep.
to gently, carefully maneuver past. Oh, they're trying to make their way down. And this one here, it's kind of looks at KayBee.
Other side, idiots. And she's gonna walk forward.
Yeah, and you see them just kind of go down, leaving the group of you up top.
Oh.
Garen would put the arrow back in his quiver and put the bow, hang the bow onto his quiver, and then continue searching the boat.
Okay.
Wow.
He's still frustrated and uncertain of what to think of right now.
Okay, so there's a lot on this boat that you have not searched as a group.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like, KayBee started searching a room, looked under the bed, found lint, and then left. So there's a lot of stuff here that you have not checked.
Are there any other major things that we can encounter, or do we just
So,
roll perception to find anything?
so there is a lot here. It is already 11. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the group of you probably think it's a good time for you to rest.
Mhm.
You've been through a lot together, and Pole seems to be a little disrupted. Yes, KayBee.
I was going to say we would probably watch the exit of the lizard men. I mean, the lizard folk. I think there could be an open end there yet. I don't know.
Yeah, so we're not going to like skip anything. We're actually going to
Okay.
pause everything, right?
Gotcha.
So you're gonna take a little break here. Everyone's kind of together, and I'll go ahead and say that, Pole, if you do want some clothes, that this is a ship that was full of people who lived on the
yeah.
boat. So
Yeah.
Can get some dungarees.
yeah, so you're able to find something.
Right. Poe will also go and let the parrot out of the cage, and he'll tell the parrot, "Well, you're welcome to go free if you want to, or you can hang out with us. We always have food. We can make sure we get crackers."
It tells you over and over again, "Pieces are right. Pieces are right." It's a very loud bird. It is not cute, unless you think it's cute.
Poe thinks it's cute.
Okay.
Poe thinks pretty much all animals are cute, but
Oh.
maybe not rock grubs if he finds out what happened down below.
So the bird doesn't seem to want to fly away. It seems pretty content to be on the ship, and also you are out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, right.
All right, have it your way. Poe will also he'll pull out his quarterstaff that he keeps in the haversack as a spare weapon, just in case.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and say, like, everyone starts like searching different rooms and things, and you're trying to be thorough. There's one point where like the lizard folk also seem to be interested in checking out the rooms as well. There's a certain scene. We're gonna kind of montage this a little bit. Garen, you're alone in a room with one of the lizard folk for a little, and it's the aggressive leader sort that was wielding this spear. He looks at you. He growls at you a little. You can tell it's kind of like not really a challenge, but he is upset with you. He looks at you. You were the first one in the room. Gives a look around, and then he just leaves without confronting you. You have drawn the skull card. You have a rival.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Somehow I think we're going to be stacking up followers, and
And
rivals.
rivals. Oh yes.
I will say, as the scene for the night begins to come to a close, KayBee, at some point, you're back on the main deck, and something seems to disturb the parrot as Pole is standing there holding the parrot. And it spooks you, and your foot gets coiled on a rope. And you fall overboard into the ocean.
And
You
I
have
say,
Oh,
drawn
no.
I say, glub, glub, glub.
you have drawn the void card, and that is where we're gonna start next session and
Shit.
end us for tonight.
No.
Oh crap! Wait.
Thank you so much, everyone. I do still have cards on the desk, but there's no way we're going to be able to get through all of them
Okay.
here today without me making it super random, and I'd rather make it more interesting.
Okay, that was gonna be my question. Okay.
Yeah. So I still have 3 cards from KayBee. I'm gonna go ahead and like probably get through these at the beginning of next session, right away. But so that's 3 for KayBee. There's 1 for Pole and 1 for Finn. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I hope that you enjoyed today's show. We will be back in 2 weeks, and before we head off, I would like to let everyone tell you who they are and where you can find them, and tell us what your favorite part of today's episode was. And we're gonna start off with Zombie.
We start with me. What do we go? What's going on here? Hello, I am Jacob. I am Zombie. I am Z. I am any of those names you prefer to call me. I am the lore master, clipper person, Monado. My brain doesn't want to work for some reason. I probably do too many clips. That's up to your own discretion. You can find me mostly here on Robo's channel, in their Discord, in Stella's and Robo's Discord, all those fun places. That's kind of where I live now. It's just where I am. Occasionally I post stuff on Twitter, so go follow that at ZombieFighter89. Also, forgot to mention at the beginning of the thing, every Monday I do a Knights of Nirvana podcast, live stream sort of thing with a friend of the channel, B Street Holmes, who's actually part of the Witchlight campaign that you'll see here on the next Wednesday with me and Mr. Geek Dice over there. And it's been a lot of fun. That was really fun. As far as today's episode, I think the whole like lizard folk thing for me, like Finn got to sort of lead a little again, and it was kind of nice, and he got to use Draconic in a time where he never knew if he was going to ever use Draconic. He was just like, you know what, I like dragons, I want to learn their language, that seems kind of cool, or whatever the case. And I feel like it helped a lot being able to translate things and not make anything, escalate.
Yeah, you were literally the only person who understood them. This would have
So-
gone completely differently if they could not talk to you as a group.
I don't remember who told me I should get Draconic for fun, but I thank them. But be that as it may, that's probably my favorite part of the whole thing, and being able to hopefully make some allies, even though one of them might be an enemy to some other player at this table now. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
It's gonna be great. So like there's this whole thing, like this is a tiny spoiler, but it'll be fine. There's like a whole table to like give like lizard folk personalities and like interesting traits and stuff. So yeah, I can see some really cool stuff happening next session, which is why I didn't want to just hand wave everything, because we will pick up exactly where we left off and explore each and every one of these rooms next time.
That's fine by me. Yep. But yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next we have Endicarus.
Hi, I'm John, also known as Endicarus, pretty much everywhere there is online, Twitter, Facebook, Discord. I also have my own area on itch.io where I design and mod some games. So check that stuff out if you want to. Paul had a rough day today. On very many levels, and part of that is going to relate to my favorite part of today's game, which was Arlen is getting really nasty, and and it's interesting because Arlen wasn't there the first day that Pole met the party, and everything was kind of happy and cool, and then Arlen showed up, and it's like, okay, well, they're strict, but they're in charge and it's cool. But today, Arlen's just murdering people and threatening to murder people left, right, and center. And she has a right to be mad because we left her in the bilge with a bunch of rot grubs, but it seemed very extreme. And then with this whole, yeah, with Paul trying to just keep the carnage down to a minimum, and Arlen's just like, blah, destroy face. That was epic. I thought it was just this dichotomy of perspectives on how things should be, and it was super fun to watch. And I think it's going to make my character have to do a lot of soul searching himself to just know how to deal with this situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think when you joined and talked about your character, I said that it would be really interesting seeing our characters pitted against each other as like two potential faces of the group that have drastic like ways of representing themselves and their goals. And I really love that Pole got to see kind of Arlen in this situation now. And I think it will lead to some really interesting moments of kind of conflict. It'll be fun.
So, we see on the screen the end credits. It's a black screen with words scrolling by, who's playing what. And then in the middle, suddenly gets a little quiet. And the music changes. Stella picks a different song. Pole, you have a quiet moment to yourself here on the ship. Everyone else is kind of ruminating, kind of exploring different rooms. You are now dressed. You have food. You feel a little more centered. You feel a little less shaken. And as you're looking out towards the dark water, the party has not concluded their business here on the ship yet. You feel like you see something far, far away. Maybe it's the moon. Maybe it's a pinpoint of light. Maybe some kind of hope. But in this moment, you feel a strange, overwhelming sensation. What emotion are you feeling right now?
Grief.
As you're experiencing this grief, you feel it consume you. And as this overwhelming emotion just wells up, power comes with it as well. All of the strength, the energy that you control as a warlock, you feel it blossom inside of you. And as this surge goes through you, you have an opportunity to shape it into something else. You have drawn the Fates card. You get to alter an event. The only thing you can't do is like kill a god, bring back someone who's dead, like genie rules. What do you want to change?
So something that happened today.
It doesn't have to be something that happened today. It could be backstory. It could be something unrelated to your character.
Okay.
But if Pole could rewrite history in this moment, what would Pole want to change?
I think.
Do you want a minute to think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing that came to mind is something that isn't nice, so I'm not going to do it.
I mean, you are feeling great grief. You lost your best friend.
Pole's kind of wishing that Ireland didn't have that sword.
Okay. So you have this feeling, and then the screen suddenly cuts to black. And then the credits continue. Where's the song ahead?
What?
So above game, obviously we're going to have to talk this out as a group. But maybe something happens. We don't know. We're left with a very dire cliffhanger as we continue on. GodfatherWraith. Wow. Tell us about you and what your favorite moment was.
Hi, I'm GodfatherWraith. I really have no online presence other than just being in chat with Stella or Runway Robot, who's also in chat, or various other streamers that are part of our community. So, you can always find me there. And favorite part, I'm gonna have to agree with Finn. It was the interaction with the lizard folk. And mostly because it had poor Garen, although I was completely silent, Garen was fucking torn. It was hard on him. It's like, we've got a friend in danger. We've got our duty, but they're not bad people. What the fuck does he do? So he froze.
Yeah, Max agrees. Yep.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Geek Dice.
Hey, I'm Geek Dice. You can find me here every given Wednesday, and you can find me Sundays over at Greyhawk Tales. Lots of favorite moments today. Just a couple quick. I really enjoyed the demonstration of power from Arlen. Just with a touch, reach out and bam, reach out and bam. I think for KayBee, that's almost what he'd expect for her to demonstrate her power. I think that's like, even though it's overwhelming, the visual for him, it's like, yeah, that's what he expects. It's like, oh, wow. I think there were some really strong moments from Finn where he was decisive, and that was really good. And I think finally, Garen demonstrated how to properly kick open a door. So for KayBee, that's like spot on.
That was my favorite part. KayBee kicking the door, like, yeah, roll the 5 athletics. It's like, yeah, the door
The door
opens.
goes,
It was unlocked and it was open. So yeah, kicking it open.
Cute. I loved it.
Oh, and then the little scene interacting with the pseudo dragon. You're like, I grab it. I know what this is.
I totally thought that was like the imp that we encountered in session
I know.
0.
Yeah.
I was thinking like,
same.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, imp again.
Nope. Little tiny baby dragon.
I thought that might be what it was, but then the way Stella was reacting as if it was supposed to be something really small and cute, I was like, there's no way it's going to be an imp.
yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next we have Emma. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. On Twitter, I just shitpost a lot most of the time and retweet things. And Twitch, I run TTRPG games because Stella pulled me into this dark abyss of streaming games.
Does that make me your warlock patron?
Basically, yeah.
Hell yeah, yeah, baby.
But yeah, so that's me. I play Arlen. It's a good time. And my favorite part of this session was, I mean, I really loved kind of the lizard folk scene. And I really am glad Arlen wasn't there for it so that she couldn't kind of like steal that scene away and like force a decision on the party, because I think she absolutely kind of would have taken control of that situation, like if she were there. So I'm glad she was stuck in the basement, kind of fighting with grubs while all of
Fighting
that was
sea
going
maggots.
on. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it led to some really great kind of like moral discussion between the party.
I thought it was cool that it was a great like opportunity for Finn, because Finn literally put his foot down.
Yeah, I
And
was so proud of
Yeah,
Finn.
I was like, oh yes.
I'm like, so I really like this dichotomy of like with Arlen as the quote unquote leader of the group, or like the driving force, like killing all of that, like no big deal, whatever. I think there might be a little bit of a timidness in the group to question like Arlen or what she's doing.
A little bit. Literally, no
But-
one has questioned anything about your
No,
character.
not at all. And then even with like her, or with Finn being her apprentice and her kind of like trying to do these teachable moments or whatever to help him, I really like that in that scene where she wasn't there, Finn's heart was still like really good. And it was just a really proud, happy moment of seeing Finn in this like leadership position trying to do like what was right. And I just thought that was freaking great. It was so good.
Yeah, God. And then there's another scene. It fades to black after a few more credits. And we see Finn in the kitchen. The scullery. It's a gross kitchen. It's kind of moldy in there. You're in there and there's nothing really of note, and you hear a little skittering. You are muted, but on the table, you see the little pseudo dragon. It's sitting like a cat. Its haunch on its haunches, neatly folded. And it's looking at you with these big, fucking adorable eyes.
I thought I. Okay, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, look at you. And I guess I'll be like, I guess in Draconic, I'll say, hello, little fella. How are you?
It squawks at you, and then all of a sudden, it lunges at your face. And it hugs your face. And you feel telepathy wash over you, and you feel this feeling of adoration. It likes you. And it's just like face hugging you right now.
Love you too, buddy.
And then it fades to black.
Oh.
Cool. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm Stella Luna. If this is your first time at the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be back with more Saltmarsh in 2 weeks on the 24th at Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to see more of me, I will be on tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time over at Runaway Robots channel. I play a time wizard for Ruin Lapis. I'm not an elf. I'm a custom race, and some spooky shit happened last time, and it is going to be a giant trash fire. My very hot time wizard escaped a prison, and we are basically on the run from the law. It's great. You should come check it out. On Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be back with Unbound. That is our very saucy homebrew 5e campaign where we go around killing gods and smooching NPCs. And other than that, next Wednesday is going to be our Witchlight campaign. So it's our other Patreon campaign. We are going to be starting Session 1. We already had Session 0. The adventure officially starts at 8 p.m. Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody!